worst possible solution to continue this war. And I, as an American, I feel almost responsible, co-responsible for the breach of trust and the breach of agreements with the expansion of NATO to the very borders of Russia, against those assurances given in 1989, in 1990, and 1991. So we have considerable responsibility, and you know the books of Professor John Mersheimer, whom I know well, and he just had an article in The Economist in which he analyzed the implications of this.
Alfred, Joachim Bitterlich, who has been former national security advisor to the former German Chancellor Helmut Kohl and has also been Germany's ambassador to NATO, seems to very strongly disagree with you. I'd like to go across to you. Yes, Joachim.
Well, Hans-Dietrich Genscher has it. You can read it. You can listen to it in the internet. I mean, there's no doubt about it that these assurances were given, and the documents are available, and they've been consulted by God knows how many professors by now. So that's not the point. I mean, the point is that every country has a right to national security. That national security was under threat by NATO. And what else is, if you flood the country with weapons and you train the army, the French, the Germans, the British were training the Ukrainians, and against whom? Of course, against Russia. And Russia had every reason to feel threatened. And by the way, Article 2, Paragraph 4 of the UN Charter prohibits not only the use of force, but it also prohibits the threat of the use of force. It prohibits the provocation.
But then we also, Alfred, Joachim would like to respond. Yes, Joachim, please do. Then I will make my point after that.
If an American allows that a German is responding, okay. There were no promises. 1991, we were discussing about Germany, about German reunification, not about expansion of NATO towards the East. The real case has been, for me, 2007, 2008, and who was responsible for this invitation of Ukraine to join NATO. Not the Europeans at all, but only the US. It was Obama. I regret. This was the situation.
Well, the US bears considerable responsibility for that.
The Ukraine has been, let's say, the red line for the Russians from the beginning. We knew this. And our idea, since, let's say, all the time I was in government, was, let's say, a non-aligned Ukraine as a bridge between West and East. We associated towards European Union and towards the Eastern economic sphere. This was our idea during the whole time. But I come back to what Arnav has been developing. He is right. Zelensky is extremely courageous here, but he has been asking for direct talks from the beginning to Putin. And it's true, within the Ukrainian political sphere,